Hello, we are going to talk about the current dynamics and the future possibilities between India and Colombia. My group is conformed by Javier Fernandez, Mariana Montaño, Valentina Sanchez, and Mateo Vargas. So, first of all, to analyze this article, we need to identify the opportunities between the four Pacific Alliance countries Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru. But in this case, we are going to talk about Colombia and the Indian state of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka. Also, we need to know that the Pacific Alliance was selected because it is a group of nations that have achieved major results in terms of innovative economic integration in Latin America. The bloc accounts for 39% of the region's GDP, 53% of trade, and 45% of foreign direct investment flows. Some 36% of all Latin Americans, or 227 million people, live in these four economies. The Pacific Alliance needs to diversify its market and strategic partners and accelerate this process with India and countries it should be paying due attention to from the highest ranks of government. For these reasons, it is important to identify that Colombia is prepared for a business expansion by Indian companies since the more advanced Latin American economies, Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and Mexico, generally have the necessary technological capacities, telecommunication systems, and internet penetration indicators to make e-commerce operation viable, even though these remain underdeveloped in Latin America and the Caribbean.
After 50 years of armed conflict within its borders, with ending with the sign of the General Agreement to end the conflict and build lasting peace between the government and the FARC. Colombia is now recognized as one of the most prosperous countries in America Latina, an important destination for investment and doing business. There is an impulse towards a new form of agriculture based on diversification, specialization, and added value, supported by the construction of infrastructure to enable these objectives. According to the Rural Agrarian Planning Unit, there are clear possibilities for diversification in highly complex regions to which the country effectively that didn't have access to for decades. So the fast transformation of Indian agriculture could be a touchstone for the PA countries, particularly for Colombia. India has grown from a country that was frequently devastated by hunger to one of the largest producers and consumers of, of agricultural products in the world. So today it is one of the largest consumer of vegetable oils, number one consumer of sugar, producer and consumer of cereal, and a major player in the dairy and meat industry.
During the last decade, the economic relations between India and Colombia in the agriculture sector have grown somewhat but have not yet been sufficiently connected to play an important role in transforming Colombia's agriculture economy. The most successful example of investment in the sector is United Phosphorus, a well-known model for efficiency in the production of agrochemicals. India has also made progress and agreements for development of bovine vaccines with the Colombian and state company Bicol. These associations have established to generate energy from alternative sources such as the bagasse that remains after the processing of sugarcane for the production of ethanol, and large biomass boilers have been built to generate electricity and feeding the Colombian electricity market. The cooperation between two governments is to promote research on power generation from bamboo bagasse and other private associations of working on the development of new varieties of coffee, which Indian economy groups have started importing. ProColombia has been working to maintain and increase Indian access to teak, especially coffees and quinoa, and to convince India to consumers that Colombia cocoa is higher quality.
The conversion and restructuring of rural land, particularly in Colombia, high plans, involve the sector that have potential in Indian market. For example, palm, vegetable, matter use the manufacturing of perfume and parasiticides. Between 2005 and 2017, around 4 Indian companies from different sectors have arrived in Colombia. In the automotive sector, for example, Colombia was the location chosen for Hero motorcars and the first production plant outside of India after an investment of 700 millions to start producing of 78,000 motorcycles and scooters. As in the other countries of the BA, Indian economic group are also present in other sectors including IT, pharmaceutical, generic vehicles, and the industry to metalworking and mining.